to sleep last night.
If you've been watching the news lately, you've probably seen a map like this. A map of red states and blue states. Red means the state voted Republican and blue means the state voted Democrat. But this leaves out a lot. No state is actually all red or all blue. Take California for example. In 2016, almost 4.5 million voters voted for Donald Trump. That's almost a third of the votes cast there. But because the majority of votes went to Hillary Clinton, all the state's 55 electoral votes went to Clinton. This is called the winner-take-all method and is the one most states use. It means that the winner of the popular vote in a state gets all the state's electoral votes. This is done in almost all states and the District of Columbia, but two states stand out. Nebraska and Maine use something called the Congressional District Method, and it works like this. The winner of the state's popular vote gets 2 electoral votes, and 1 electoral vote goes to the popular vote winner in each congressional district. Maine has 4 electoral votes, 2 of which goes to the state's popular vote winner, and 1 to each congressional district winner. Maine has 2 congressional districts. The same happens in Nebraska, but the state just has 3 congressional districts instead of Maine's 2. So the state has 5 electoral votes. In 2016, for example, this came into play in Maine, where the state's popular vote was won by Clinton, awarding her 2 electoral votes. She also won Maine's 1st congressional district, which awarded her with 1 electoral vote. But Donald Trump won Maine's 2nd congressional district, which awarded him with 1 electoral vote. Had Maine not used the congressional district method and instead the winner-take-all method, Clinton would have won all of Maine's 4 electoral votes, and the presidential election would have swayed 1 more point to Clinton that year, but the entire result of the election would not have changed. As of the making of this video, both Nebraska and Maine split up their electoral votes in the 2020 election, with Maine giving 3 to Joe Biden and 1 to Donald Trump, and Nebraska giving 4 to Donald Trump and 1 to Joe Biden. But what if more states used the congressional district method? Let's go back to California. Had they used the congressional district method in 2016, Donald Trump would have won 7 electoral votes, while Hillary Clinton would have only won 48. While this is still not at the point where Trump wins as many electoral votes as his share of the popular vote, it is still a lot more fair than the winner-take-all method. One of the problems some have with the congressional district method is that they believe it is unconstitutional. But nothing in the Constitution actually says how states are supposed to allocate their electoral votes. In fact, in America's early days, states experimented with many different electoral distribution systems, and it was first in 1872 that all states used the winner-take-all method. Others point to the fact that it would favor one political party over the other, but this is not true. Republican districts in deep blue states like California would see their electoral vote go to their desired candidate. And Democratic districts within deep red states like Texas would see their electoral votes go to their desired candidate. The congressional district method does not favor one party, it favors voters. Some argue that the congressional district method is not worth it, since it is still within the Electoral College, which historically favors white rural areas and the minority. But it should still be recognized that the congressional district method is better than the current winner-take-all method, and that incremental progress is still progress. Each state chooses how it wants to distribute its electoral votes, and it is not the responsibility of the federal government to choose how they do that. It is therefore the responsibility of the individual state governments, who are easily swayed on this issue, to choose a method like the congressional district method. Overall, the 2016 election would have swung from 232 versus 306 to 248 versus 290 if all states had used the congressional district method. While it does not change the outcome of the election, and Trump still wins the election while losing the popular vote, it is more fair and achieves better representation.